My name is LaVonne Meyer, and I'm with SDSU Extension as a Food Safety Field Specialist. I'm going to talk about canning tomatoes safely. Tomatoes are one of the most popular garden vegetables grown in this area. But if you have more than you can eat, you will need to find a way to preserve them for later use. Tomatoes are one food that has accepted methods for both the pressure canner and the boiling water bath canner. For all steps in preparing and processing tomatoes, follow the USDA recommendations. Read them very carefully as there are many options. For many years, tomatoes were considered a high-acid food. However, new varieties of tomatoes have been developed and the pH levels are not consistent. Because of the variable in the pH levels in tomatoes, it is recommended to add acid to all water bath and pressure canned tomatoes to ensure a safe level of acidity. A pH of 4.6 or lower will prevent the growth of Clostridium botulinum bacteria, which can cause botulism. Acid can be added in these forms. Citric acid, you would have 1/2 teaspoon per quart, or 1/4 teaspoon per pint. And I always add the acid before I add the tomatoes to the jar. Now, citric acid can be purchased at a pharmacy, or grocery stores now are offering some options produced by Mrs. Wages or Ball. Just be sure to look in the canning section of that store to see what is available. Lemon juice is another acid that can be used to make tomatoes safe. For that, we are going to add 2 tablespoons per quart or 1 tablespoon per pint jar. Again, add that before you add your tomatoes. Do not rely on the lemon juice that you're going to get from fresh lemons because they are not consistent and the pH is has too many variations in it. Vinegar is another option. For that, we're going to add 4 tablespoons per quart, or we're going to add 2 tablespoons per pint. Now, the one thing about adding vinegar to the tomatoes is it will affect the flavor of your canned tomato product. And this can be altered a little bit by adding some sugar to the tomatoes, and that you would just do strictly by taste. There are canning recommendations for both the pressure canner and the boiling water bath canner. Adding acid is necessary for either method. The pressure options only provide the same amount of heat to the process as the boiling water bath canner does. The canning process is not the same, one to destroy spores of Clostridium botulinum, as what you would expect for any other low acid foods. When canning tomato and vegetable combinations, it is important to use a tested recipe, such as what would be in an SDSU publication or from the National Center of Home Food Preservation. If you have made a recipe for salsa or spaghetti sauce that does not have those USDA recommendations, it is okay to eat it at the time, store it short-term in the refrigerator, or put it in the freezer. When preserving foods, use a tested recipe so you can home can with confidence. The United States Department of Agriculture and land-grant universities such as SDSU Extension and companies that use USDA guidelines are examples of credible sources. For more information, also visit SDSU Extension's website, igrow.org.